What is up, everybody? JT Dangerous here once again. I'm here to do my Week 14 NFL predictions. Now, Week 13 just ended tonight on Monday Night Football with the Eagles defeating the Redskins, so Week 13 is in the books, and now we're into Week 14 of the NFL season. So I'm very excited to do these Week 14 predictions for you guys, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, our record coming into Week 14 after a pretty good Week 13, we went 9-7. So our overall record coming in is 109, 75-2. So we're coming in hot. We haven't had a losing record since Week 3, and I'm looking to keep it that way. So hopefully in this video we will continue the winning ways. We're on a 10-week winning streak. Hopefully in this video we will make it number 11. Hopefully. Now we're being in the month of December. It is the holiday of Dangerously. So hopefully you guys will be able to watch all the videos I put up in the month of December. We got some big videos coming up, like my College Football Bowl predictions, Ring of Honor Final Battle predictions, Wrestle Kingdom predictions, and to finish up this season with more NFL picks. So hopefully you guys will be able to watch all of these videos. As always, show your support on these videos by watching them, super kicking those like buttons, hitting that notification bell, and commenting your picks, your opinions, and representing your NFL teams in the comment sections down below. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel, as a first-time viewer, and this is your first video, boy, you picked a good one if you're a huge NFL fan like myself and you're ready for Week 14 of the NFL season. Welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I'm JT Dangerously. Welcome to the club, because this club is... Whoop, whoop. Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into these predictions. And somebody made the list of Dangerously, so stay tuned. Now, let's start off on Thursday Night Football with an AFC South rivalry showdown between the Jacksonville Jaguars heading to Nashville to face the Tennessee Titans. Now, the Jacksonville Jaguars are coming off an upset win over the Indianapolis Colts on Sunday, beating them by 2 field goals. And I'm talking 6-0. That was the score in that game, if you can believe it. Cody Kessler, 150 yards. That's it. Their only offense was 2 field goals, and Jacksonville's looking to get another big win against a very good AFC South opponent. Then on the other side, you have the Tennessee Titans coming off a big win from behind over the New York Jets on Sunday. Marcus Mariota, 282 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Derrick Henry on the ground, 40 yards rushing and a touchdown, and Tennessee's looking to get a big win on prime time at home over their AFC South rivals. So coming from me in this AFC South showdown on Thursday Night Football, I'm going to take Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans to get a big win at home and defeat the Jacksonville Jaguars on Thursday Night Football. And now the Sunday slate. That starts at 10 a.m. here on the West Coast, 1 p.m. on the East Coast. Starting off with an AFC East rivalry showdown between the very bad New York Jets heading to Orchard Park to face the equally bad Buffalo Bills. Now, the New York Jets are coming off their loss to the Tennessee Titans on Sunday. Josh McCown, 128 yards passing, 1 pick. Isaiah Crowell with nearly 100 yards on the ground, but the Jets continue to lose. But what else is new with the Jets? They are just very bad this season. Then on the other side, you have the Buffalo Bills, who are equally as bad, losing to the Miami Dolphins on Sunday. Josh Allen with 231 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Zay Jones with 67 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns, but the Bills once again drop the ball, but they've been dropping the ball for years, if you know what I mean. And this is really 2 teams that are just so bad in the AFC East. They're the 2 of the worst teams in the AFC East, in my opinion. So coming from me in this AFC East rivalry showdown, I don't even want to pick these. I don't even want to pick this game because they're both so bad. But if you're making me pick, I'm going to go with the New York Jets to defeat the Buffalo Bills. And now the next matchup. It is an NFC East rivalry showdown between the New York Giants heading to D.C. to face the Washington Redskins. Now, the New York Giants are coming off a big win in overtime over the Chicago Bears on Sunday. Eli Manning had a pretty okay game, 170 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Saquon Barkley with over 125 yards rushing. Odell Beckham with a passing touchdown and a receiving touchdown in that game. And the Giants are looking to continue the winning ways and get a big win over the NFC East, their NFC East rivals in Washington. Then on the other side of the Washington Redskins coming off their loss tonight to the Super Bowl champ Eagles on Monday Night Football tonight. They just did not look good, and everything's collapsing around the Redskins right now without Alex Smith. And I mean, what did you expect? Alex Smith not playing, Colt McCoy starting, it doesn't really fit. And Washington's looking to rebound and bounce back at home and knock off their NFC East rivals. So coming from me in this NFC East rivalry showdown, I'm going to go with Eli Manning and the New York Giants to defeat the Alex Smithless Washington Redskins. And now the next matchup, it is an NFC South rivalry showdown between the New Orleans Saints heading to Tampa to face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now the New Orleans Saints are coming off the biggest upset in Week 13, losing to the Dallas Cowboys on Thursday night, and they absolutely laid an egg. Drew Brees was almost ice cold in that game, 127 yards passing, only one touchdown and one pick. Keith Kirkwood with a receiving touchdown, and that was all the offense the Saints had for a team that was putting up 40-plus points weeks ago, only putting up, I think, was 10 points against the Cowboys. I mean, the Saints absolutely dropped the ball, and they definitely cost themselves a shot at home field advantage in the NFC playoffs. And New Orleans looking to rebound and bounce back against an NFC South rival. Then on your side of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming off their big win over the Carolina Panthers on Sunday. Jameis Winston had a pretty solid game, 249 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Peyton Barber, 45 yards rushing and a touchdown. Humphreys and Goodwin with receiving touchdowns. Goodwin with over 100 yards receiving. And Tampa Bay is looking to get another big win against another good NFC South opponent. So coming from me in this NFC South rivalry showdown, oh man, Drew Brees versus Jameis Winston. Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram against Peyton Barber. Saints powered receiving core against Tampa Bay's high receiving core. Well, this one's going to be a good one, but coming from me, I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints to rebound and bounce back and get a big win and defeat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And now the next matchup, it is an AFC East rivalry showdown between my New England Patriots heading to Miami to face the Miami Dolphins. Now, the New England Patriots are coming off a big win over the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday at home. Tom Brady did have a pretty damn good game, 311 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. James Devlin, the fullback, had 2 rushing touchdowns, and Flash Gordon had 58 yards receiving and a touchdown. And New England's on top of the AFC East. I think they're either 1 or 2 games away from clinching the AFC East for the upteenth time, and it's feeling good to be a Patriots fan right now because really Miami's our only competition in this division because we all know Buffalo and the Jets just suck. And New England's looking to wrap up the AFC East with a big win here on the road. Then on your side of the Miami Dolphins coming off their big win over the Buffalo Bills. Ryan Tannehill looked good, 137 yards passing, 3 touchdowns and 1 pick. Parker had a receiving touchdown, Stills had a receiving touchdown, and Kenyon Drake had a receiving touchdown. This Miami team is definitely finally clicking with Ryan Tannehill, but I'll still say it. When it comes to the draft, they better get a backup quarterback because I'd rather have a backup quarterback out of college than Brock Osweiler. But Miami's always given my Patriots a tough time almost every year. They always make it really close. So this one's going to be a really good one. So coming from me in this AFC East rivalry showdown, man, Brady's record against the Dolphins is not as good as a lot of his other records against other teams. But Brady in December usually means W's all the way through. So coming from me in this matchup, I am taking my New England Patriots to get a big win on the road and defeat a very good Miami Dolphins team in a possible close one. And now the next matchup, it is the Baltimore Ravens heading to Arrowhead to face the Kansas City Chiefs. Now the Baltimore Ravens are coming off a big win over the Atlanta Falcons on the road on Sunday. Lamar Jackson once again got it done for the Ravens on 125 yards passing, 75 yards on the ground with a rushing touchdown, and Justin Tucker with his clutch foot with 4 clutch field goals. And this Baltimore Ravens team is stepping up. With the Steelers' loss to the Chargers on Sunday Night Football, Baltimore's at the cusp of maybe taking control of the AFC North. And Lamar Jackson started. I have been saying it since week 1. Lamar Jackson should have been starting for the Ravens, and they finally listened, and it's finally paying dividends. Lamar Jackson is the star in Baltimore, and maybe it's time for Joe Flacco to hang it up because it's Lamar Jackson's time in Baltimore, and they're looking to get another big win on the road. Then on your side, you have the Kansas City Chiefs coming off a very surprising win over the Oakland Raiders because they nearly blew the lead. Patrick Mahomes with 295 yards passing, 4 more touchdowns. This guy is having one hell of a year. Travis Kelce, 168 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. Spencer Ware with a rushing touchdown. Harrison Connolly with receiving touchdowns. But this Kansas City Chiefs team has gone through a lot this past week with the shocking video of Kareem Hunt hitting a woman and kicking her. He has been released from the Chiefs, so the chances of the Chiefs winning a playoff game right now is really slim because Kareem Hunt was kind of their dynamic player. No offense to Kelce, who's a dynamic player. No offense to anybody on their defensive team. No offense to Patrick Mahomes. But losing Kareem Hunt is big. But I guess they didn't really have a choice, and I don't blame them for getting rid of him because you got caught on tape pushing a woman and kicking her. So Kareem Hunt kind of fucked himself and became a stupid idiot and got himself out of a job. But the Chiefs definitely are going to hurt without Kareem Hunt in the roster. So coming from me in this matchup, ooh, this one's a tricky one. Lamar Jackson versus Patrick Mahomes. This one's going to be a good one. But I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs to get a big win at home and defeat the Baltimore Ravens in a close one. And now the next matchup, it is the Carolina Panthers heading to Cleveland to face the Cleveland Browns. Now the Carolina Panthers are coming off a loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday, a new low for the Panthers. Cam Newton had over 300 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, but 4 picks. Christian McCaffrey with over 161 total yards and a touchdown, 58 receiving, 106 on the ground. But Carolina once again fell short, and they lost a huge addition to their team. They lost Greg Olsen for the year with another foot injury. So Carolina is definitely slumping right now, and they need something fast, and they're looking to get a rebound win on the road. Then on your side, you have the Cleveland Browns coming off their loss to the Houston Texans. I was wrong in picking with the Browns over the Texans. I was wrong, folks. Baker Mayfield definitely got just shredded. 397 yards passing, 1 touchdown, but 3 picks. Nick Chubb with 31 rushing yards and a touchdown, but Cleveland absolutely got spanked. And I definitely learned my lesson to not pick against the Houston Texans again. That is for sure. And Cleveland's looking to rebound and bounce back at home. So coming from me in this matchup, oh man, Carolina losing Greg Olsen, big. That's a big blow for the Panthers, and they need a spark right now, and hopefully they'll get rid of Ron Rivera after this season, because this has just been not their year this year. So I'm going to take the Carolina Panthers to hopefully rebound and bounce back and defeat the Cleveland Browns. And now the next matchup. It is a huge AFC South showdown between the Indianapolis Colts heading to Houston to face the Houston Texans. Now the Indianapolis Colts are coming off their embarrassing loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars with a score of 6-0. 2 field goals beat the Colts, if you can believe it. Andrew Luck, terrible game. 248 yards passing, 1 pick. No offense was scored from the Colts against the Jaguars. Really, Colts? You lay an egg like that? And they're looking to rebound and bounce back and knock off the AFC South leading Texans. And then on the other side, you have the Houston Texans coming off their big-time win over the Cleveland Browns. I was wrong in picking against the Texans, folks. Deshaun Watson had a big-time game, 224 yards passing, 1 touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 91 yards receiving. Lamar Miller with 103 yards rushing, and their defense absolutely went after Baker Mayfield. It was like pick after pick after pick. And this Houston team is getting closer and closer to winning the AFC South, but they have got to win this game and make sure they put a nail in the coffin in this division. So coming from me in this huge AFC South showdown, I picked against them last week. This week I'm picking for them. I'm taking Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans to get a big win at home and defeat the Indianapolis Colts. And now the next matchup, it is the Atlanta Falcons heading to Lambeau to face the Green Bay Packers. Now the Atlanta Falcons are coming off their loss to the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday. Matt Ryan did not do as good as I thought he was going to do. 131 yards passing, 1 touchdown, and Austin Hooper with 44 yards receiving and a touchdown. But Atlanta is definitely fallen real fast, just like the Georgia Bulldogs in the SEC Championship. It's not been good for Atlanta sports teams, and Atlanta has definitely fallen real fast, and Atlanta's looking to rebound and bounce back on the road. Then on your side, you have the Green Bay Packers coming off their shocking loss, and I mean a shocking loss to the Arizona Cardinals at home. They lost to the Cardinals at home. They have officially hit rock bottom, and after the game, they fired Mike McCarthy. So the Mike McCarthy era in Green Bay is over. Aaron Rodgers had 233 yards passing and a touchdown. Devontae Adams, 93 yards receiving and a touchdown, and Aaron Jones with 36 yards rushing on the ground and a touchdown. But losing to the Arizona Cardinals, you have hit rock bottom, Packer fans, and not even a people's elbow can save you right now. And Green Bay's looking to rebound and bounce back at home, and they need it desperately. So coming from me in this matchup, man, Matt Ryan versus Aaron Rodgers. This one's going to be a good one, but I'm going to go with the Dirty Birds, the Atlanta Falcons, to defeat the Green Bay Packers. And now the next matchup, it is the Denver Broncos heading to Santa Clara to face the San Francisco 49ers. Now the Denver Broncos are coming off a big win over the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday. Case Keenum had a pretty good game, 151 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, who is definitely a fantasy pickup either this year or next year, 157 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, and Sutton with a receiving touchdown. But Denver is definitely heating up at the right time. But I feel like with the Chargers getting a big win on Sunday Night Football and the Chiefs getting better, this Denver team is going to be on the rise if they continue with Phillip Lindsay and Case Keenum. And they're looking to get a big-time win on the road here. Then on your side, you have the San Francisco 49ers coming off a loss to my Seattle Seahawks. What else is new? Seattle always kicks San Francisco's ass. Nick Mullins did have a pretty good game, even in a loss, 414 yards passing, 2 touchdowns and 1 pick. Dante Pettis, another guy to look out for in either in fantasy football this year or next year, 129 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns, but the Niners once again fell short. What else is new? The Niners are not good without Jimmy Garoppolo, but this Niners team is looking to get a big win at home. So coming from me in this matchup, man, these two used to be really top teams in the 90s, if you remember. But coming from me, I'm taking Case Keenum and the Denver Broncos to get another big win and defeat the San Francisco 49ers. And now the next matchup, it is the Cincinnati Bengals heading to Los Angeles to face the Los Angeles Chargers. Now the Cincinnati Bengals are coming off a loss to the Denver Broncos on Sunday. Jeff Driscoll didn't do too bad, 236 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Joe Mixon, the former Oklahoma Sooner, 82 yards rushing, and Corey Core with a receiving touchdown. But Cincinnati is definitely not going to be the same team without Andy Dalton. But Jeff Driscoll did pretty well. But I'm just going to say right now, Marvin Lewis better be gone after next season. If they keep Marvin Lewis for another year, Cincinnati's crazy or stupid, and Cincinnati's looking to get a big win against a top AFC team. Then on your side of the Los Angeles Chargers coming back from 23-7 down on Sunday Night Football to defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday Night Football. Phillip Rivers had a masterful game coming back from 23-7 down. He had a big-time game with, I think, 2 touchdowns. Keenan Allen with over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown. And the Chargers are looking to continue the winning ways, and they're right in the cusp of being in. I think they're part of the wild card right now. They're right there at the wild card position in the AFC. So coming from me in this matchup, I'm going to take Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers to continue the winning ways and defeat the Cincinnati Bengals. And now the next matchup, it is the Detroit Lions heading to Glendale to face the Arizona Cardinals. Now the Detroit Lions are coming off their loss to the Los Angeles Rams on Sunday. What else is new? The Lions just suck this season. Matthew Stafford, 245 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but the Lions did not get it done against the NFC West champ, the Rams. And Detroit is just looking for any type of win and finish up a very bad year in Matt Patricia's first year. Then on your side of the Arizona Cardinals coming off their huge upset over the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau. They have not beaten Lambeau ever, and Josh Rosen didn't really need to do anything. He only had 149 yards, no touchdowns. Chase Edmonds with 53 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. What happened to David Johnson? And Arizona is looking to get another big win at home. So coming from me in this matchup, both of these teams are not good this season, that's for sure. But I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions to rebound and bounce back and defeat the Arizona Cardinals. And now the next matchup, it is the Pittsburgh Steelers heading to the black hole to face the blackest hole of teams right now, the Oakland Raiders. Now the Pittsburgh Steelers are coming off blowing a 23-7 lead on Sunday Night Football at home and losing to the Los Angeles Chargers. Big Ben had 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. James Conner had a pretty good game on the ground, 2 touchdowns. Antonio Brown had a pretty solid game as well. But you know what happens when you blow a 23-7 lead at home? You know what happens when your team is falling apart at the wrong time? You know what happens, Pittsburgh Steelers fans? I think you know what happens. They had to make the list this week. I mean, how can you blow a 23-7 lead to the Chargers at home on Sunday Night Football, Steelers fans? I mean, this is insane. And like I said last week, if you guys couldn't win that game against the Chargers, I'm not picking you this week. And I'm going to be the man of my word. And I'm going to keep my word and say I'm not picking the Steelers this week. Even if they are going to win this game, I'm still not picking them. I'm going to be a man of my word. And Pittsburgh's looking to rebound and bounce back because Baltimore is just creeping real close to the Steelers in the AFC North. They're on your side of the Oakland Raiders coming off their tough loss to the Kansas City Chiefs, but they showed fight, which was surprising. Derek Carr had 285 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns from Derek Carr. Are you kidding me? Doug Martin, the muscle hamster from Boise State, 61 yards rushing and a rushing touchdown. Jared Cook with over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown. And Oakland's looking to get a big win, but I think we already know who's going to win this game. So coming from me in this matchup, as a man of my word, I'm going to take the Oakland Raiders, which I know they're going to lose this game, but I'm going to pick them because I did say if Pittsburgh lost to the Chargers, I would pick against them. I'm going to take the Oakland Raiders to defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers. And now the next matchup, it is the Philadelphia Eagles heading to Dallas to face the Dallas Cowboys. Now the Eagles are coming off a big win tonight on Monday Night Football. Carson Wentz definitely got the ball rolling, and Philadelphia is looking to continue the winning ways and get a big win over their NFC East rivals. The other side of the Dallas Cowboys coming off their huge upset win over the New Orleans Saints on Thursday night. Dak Prescott had a great game, 248 yards passing, a touchdown. Zeke the Freak with 60 receiving yards and a receiving touchdown. And Dallas pulled off the biggest upset in Week 13, knocking off the Saints. Nobody expected the Cowboys to beat the Saints. I know everybody in my comment section was picking the Saints to win that game, including myself. And we all took L's on Thursday night. And Dallas is looking to keep their lead in the NFC East intact. So coming from me in this NFC East showdown, I'm going to go with the hot team in the NFC East, and that's the Cowboys. I'm taking Dak Prescott, Zeke the Freak, and the Dallas Cowboys to defeat the Philadelphia Eagles in a close one. And now the Sunday night matchup, and this one's going to be a great Sunday night matchup between the NFC West champs, the Los Angeles Rams, heading to Fort Soldier Field to face the Chicago Bears. Now, the Rams are coming off a big win over the Detroit Lions on Sunday, clinching the NFC West for the second consecutive year. Jared Goff didn't have his best game, 207 yards passing, a touchdown, and a pick. Todd Gurley once again got it done on the ground with 132 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Robert Woods with also a receiving touchdown. And the Rams are definitely in cruise control. They're going to be the number 1 seed in the NFC, and they're looking to get another big win on the road. Then on the other side of the Chicago Bears, coming off their loss in overtime to the New York Giants on Sunday, Chase Daniels definitely fizzled out for sure. 285 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Tariq Cohen with a passing touchdown and 156 yards receiving. But the Bears desperately need Mitchell Trubisky back. And the only chance I think the Bears have against the Rams if Mitchell Trubisky plays, and he plays almost flawlessly. So coming from me in this huge matchup on Sunday Night Football, if Mitchell Trubisky doesn't play, I can see this game being a blowout before halftime. So coming from me, I am taking the Los Angeles Rams to get a big win on the road and defeat the Chicago Bears on Sunday Night Football. And now the Monday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings heading to CenturyLink to face my Seattle Seahawks. Now the Minnesota Vikings are coming off a loss to my New England Patriots on Sunday. Kirk Cousins did not have his best game, 201 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Dalvin Cook had 84 yards on the ground, and Adam Thielen with the only touchdown for the Minnesota Vikings, and Minnesota's looking to rebound and bounce back on prime time. Then on your side, you have my Seattle Seahawks coming off their rout over the San Francisco 49ers. What else is new? Seattle always beats the 49ers. Russell Wilson had another masterful game, 185 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. Chris Carson, or C-Dub, 69 yards rushing. Rashad Penny, or Mr. Pennyworth, had a rushing touchdown. Jerron Brown had a 67 yards receiving game with 2 touchdowns. Lockett and Baldwin with 2 touchdowns. It felt like everybody on the Seahawks squad was getting touchdowns, and their defense definitely stepped up with the Bobby Wagner interception return for a touchdown. This Seattle Seahawks team is heating up at the right time, and that's what I want to see. They're right in the wild card race, which I love to see, and they're looking to get a big win at home on Monday Night Football. So coming from me in this matchup on Monday Night Football, oh, man, Kirk Cousins versus Russell Wilson. This one's going to be a good one, but coming from me, you don't beat our team in our house often on prime time. So I'm taking Danger Russ and the Seattle Seahawks to defeat the Minnesota Vikings on Monday Night Football. And those are my Week 14 NFL predictions. Now, I want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Comment below, who do you have winning in Week 14? Do you see any upsets? Let me know what you guys think. And as always, represent your team in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about them. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course, reply right back to you, because comments are absolutely always welcome on this channel. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Now, before you guys go, you guys can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with friends. Of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. Of course, you can never forget to do this as well. that subscribe button, become part of this bigger and dangerous Lions, and I will see you guys next week for 3 big videos. Later days, guys, and peace.